Hello everybody, welcome to Cherie Voyage. Today we're going to be going over the second video in the Les Beiges Chanel collection. I already did a full video on the whole collection. I bought everything except for one nail polish, and that link will be below. Today though, we're going to focus on this look, which is the Intense Eyeshadow collection with a new lipstick to go with it. And if you guys want to see the tender eyeshadow look with all the products and a review along with swatches, please use that link down below. All right, let's get into how I created this look today. So I'm already prepped with foundation, concealer, moisturizer, etc. And I'm going to be doing a mini video at the end showing you guys how I applied this part of the makeup application. I have all Chanel products that are on my face right now, except for the mascara, which is Dior, and my eyebrows, which are Tarte. But now I want to go ahead and get into the Intense Eyeshadow Palette and some lipsticks that I got to go with this color. All right, so I have the Intense Eyeshadow color. It's the Les Beiges Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette. All right, so let's go ahead and open this beauty up. I have not worn it on my eyes yet. I've only swatched it, and that is because I did the swatches in the last video. But I wanna go ahead now and show you guys how I would apply these. So here is the Intense. So the look that I'm going to create with this palette is going to be something very simple and straightforward. Now I love the brushes that come with the Chanel palettes, so I'm just going to use these. I'm going to start off with the doe foot kind of pointed applicator, the sponge, and I'm going to start with the darkest color and then going to work into the medium and then the lightest color. So it's going to go dark, medium, light. It's going to be a soft, subtle, smoky eye, something really simple. All right, so I'm going to take my applicator here. I'm going to go in with the dark green color. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and just put that right against the lash line, and then we're going to move up into the eye socket area. So keeping it just really on the lower half of the lid. All right, so here's the first step. We just have it on the lower lid. We went into the crease, but we don't have it up on the brow bone. It's really staying in that socket. All right, from there, we're gonna take the other brush, which is the soft kind of hair brush, so it gives some nice blending to the eye area, and we're just gonna go back and forth. We're gonna blend that shadow with this brush here. And note that I didn't add any shadow to the brow bone because I'm using the shadow that's in that pocket to blend it up. That way it doesn't get too harsh and too dark. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more here to the outer corner. I want a little bit of a smoky look at the edge here. So the tip of the brush, as you can see, is pointing this way towards my nose. So if you go with the tip of the applicator on the outside, it will create more of a winged line, and I don't want that effect. I'm creating more of a round eye look. When I did the tender shadow, I used the tip on the outside because I wanted more of a cat eye. This time I'm going the other way, and I'm taking the tip and putting it towards the nose, so that way I'm working this way, which will create a little bit more of a subtle, natural look because I'm not doing any harsh line on the outside. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and use this bronze color. I'm gonna lay that right on top of the green, and what that's going to do is knock back the green a little bit. So you have the deepest color kind of carrying the look of the smoky eye, but then we are layering the next lightest color and the next lightest color and the next lightest color. So that way we kind of bring up the eye, but that base of that dark color really sets the tone of the whole look, which is a soft, smoky, subtle eye. Now this is a great technique to do with any one of your eyeshadows. So if you have black at home and you don't ever know what to do with it, or because it's kind of bold, or grays, or dark purples, anything that's in the dark family, you can go ahead and put that on first, and then we're just layering colors on top. So that way we have some depth, but we're bringing a lightness to that, so it's not too much. So this is a great look too, because as you're layering colors from dark to light, it also opens the eye up, and you can also do it from dark to light this way to create a cat eye. So dark to light this way creates an open eye, dark to light this way creates a cat eye or an almond shape eye. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm gonna grab the second darkest color in the palette, and that is the bronze. I'm gonna use it on the sponge tip applicator that had the green color on it. I just flipped it over, and I'm going to pat that on the lower lash line, staying on the lower lid, and just working up into that eye socket. We don't want to go on the brow bone. We want to keep that faded green on that brow bone because it kind of gives a nice lift and a nice sultry look to the eye area. So stay low and stay in that socket. So I'm using the same applicator that we used for the bronze right now, and most of it's off because I applied most of it to the lid, so there's not very much on here. And what I'm going to do is add this kind of wacky green gold color. I'm really keeping this focused right in the middle of the eye. It can go out on each side just a little bit, but it's really focused on the center. Last color we're going to do on the lower lid is this one right here. Now I'm taking the exact same sponge, same side. I'm going in and adding just a little bit of this color here. And this we're going to really keep center. This is the color that is going to be what kind of brightens the center of that eye area and give that pop or that open, bright look to the eye. Last step, I'm going to go ahead and take my little brush here, flip it over from the side that we haven't used yet. I'm going to grab this light kind of champagne cream taupe color. I'm just going to go on that upper lid. I'm very lightly, almost not even touching my upper lid area because I don't want it to be like a high beam and just look artificial. So I start in the center and then I just carry it to the outside, and then I go into the inner eye corner and meet it in the middle. Whatever's left over, I don't mind if it carries down just a tad on top of that smoky green color on the brow bone, but I don't want to go too low. I just don't want it to be dark and then light. So by bringing that light creamy taupe color a little bit overlapping on that green, it helps it to transition and not be too hard lines. This cream taupe is such a beautiful color that I'm going to use it as a highlighter. So I'm taking my SONIA G classic crease brush. It's a kind of a soft domed brush. I'm going to grab a bit of this here. I'm just going to go on the outer cheek out here and just marry up these two colors to kind of really open that eye area, because I'll have here and here, and it'll just create a great illusion of making the eye look nice and big and bright while illuminating the skin on the upper cheek area. Okay, hopefully you can see this. All right, I'm going to go and take a little more of this, and I'm going to put some down the nose, add a little to the Cupid's bow. Now feel free to go in and add a little to the inner corner of the eye, just to kind of brighten by the side of the nose, kind of open that eye area a bit. Both eyes are done. So I have two colors here, Sunbeam and Lust. Now, Sunbeam I wore in the video that I just did with the color Tender, and I also wore the Dawn in that video as well as Flame, because those are the new colors in this collection. But I wanted to get something a little bit more vampy, so I got the color Lust, which it said online that it's a new color, and I wanted to show you guys how you can wear something that's maybe a little bit more rawr. So here's Sunbeam. Now I found this color looks really good with both the eyeshadow palettes. So for those of you looking for a beautiful bright coral, this is for you. Before I head into the next lip look, I'm gonna add an eyeliner to this. So here's the Beige Pearl, and then I'm also going to use the color Bleu Nuit. So the Bleu Nuit is kind of like a deep greenish color. Super easy to use, love these. These remind me of like a rock and roll eyeliner because they're so easy to use. You just quickly put them around the lash line. Because they have a big fat tip on there, you can just quickly put it around the eye and then take your finger and blend. This is for those of you who want maybe a little bit more oomph when it comes to this eye look and you want something a little bit more editorial, edgy, smoky, or sexy. And I'm gonna go ahead now and do the other eye color and something more subtle. This is the Beige Pearl. This is the one that I wore yesterday in the video with the Tender eyeshadow. This is a soft brown with gold shimmer in it. This one is definitely more subtle. I'll just give you some light definition. I'll take my finger and lightly move it on that edge. And done. I'm gonna go ahead now and even these out by putting the opposite colors on the opposite eye, and then I'll go ahead and get into the lip. The eyes are evened out, so I'm gonna go ahead now and try the color Lust. I have not even tried this on yet, you guys. I have been waiting to put this lipstick with this eye look. I don't even know if it's gonna go together really well, but I wanted to kind of break out of the box and try something new. All right, so here is the color Lust. This is also in the Rouge Cocoa Flash formula. What do we think? For those of you that are wondering what is on my nails, this is one of the 4 Les Beiges Collection nail polishes, and it's in the color Golden Sand. I have all the other color swatches in the video that I'll have the link down below. I got the Glimmer, the Golden Sand, and Solar, so feel free to check that out. I have to say, the nail polishes lately from Chanel are just blowing my mind. They're just incredible. Their color payoff and just the way that they're putting together the collections with the nail polishes is really stunning. I'd expect no less from a couture brand like Chanel, but still thought I'd mention that. Been very impressed. We have reached the end of this video. If you guys have any questions, you know what to do. Comment down below. And if you guys want to support Cherie Voyage, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below. And the best way to help support content creators is use those affiliate links down below. Subscribing and using those links help us greatly. All right, everyone, let's go ahead now and jump into how I created this pre-look before the eyeshadow and the lipstick. Right now, let's do it.